being a real estate agent will test your mental fortitude, right? On all levels. It'll test your patience. It'll definitely test your knowledge, your skill level, how well you can communicate. It will test all those things. And today, I had to, I guess, use all of those skill sets today, right? Patience is the number one thing, right? I feel in real estate is very important, and you have to develop that ability to have patience, to have understanding when you don't want to understand. That's the only way, right? And I love what I do. I love being able to help clients buy and sell real estate, be able to relocate, be able to just achieve what they want to achieve at the end of the day, right? But this business, real estate, will have your mind going in circles, right? We know dealing with people and as a whole will have your mind going in circles, people that you know. So imagine dealing with a bunch of outside entities that you don't know, how that can have your mind going crazy, right? You're always trying to figure out whether it's keeping a deal together, whether it's getting another deal, whatever the case may be, you're always in your head 24/7, if you ask me. And this may get better. This is year 2 for me, right? And I have increased in my level of production from year 1 in my interaction with people and the opportunities that I've had being different than the first year, right? Now I have developed another level of skill from moving clients from other states to here. And that brings on a whole nother level of patience and understanding and skill level, in my opinion, because you never know. You try your best to keep up with what's going on the other side, because especially if they're selling a house from somewhere else, you have that deal with the other agent and everything that's going on there. And then you're here from your side dealing with another agent and everything that's going on here. So imagine all those people involved in one party in one transaction, essentially of involving one person, and you're trying to hold all that together, right? So today was one of those days where we discovered that my buyer that's here, my client that I'm working with here to buy a home from another state, sold a house in that other state and didn't get enough to buy the house here, which was supposed to be a cash purchase, right? And now we have to determine how we come up with the rest of the funds, right? And that's just a small sample size. I won't go all the way into the story. Well, I went all the way into the story already. However, we won't know how this story unfolds until tomorrow, right? Everybody has signed their part, the seller, the buyer. So now we're at the point where we're waiting, which requires patience. We're waiting to see how we get those funds for the remaining of the balance by 12 tomorrow, right? Or the deal falls apart. And that's just another level of real estate that you have to deal with, right? It's not my first time getting to the closing table, and us as agents have to come together to determine what we need to do to make a deal work. I've been involved in that before, right? This is just another layer that, or another story that I get to be a part of and learn how to maneuver when it happens again, or if it ever happens again. And that's the great thing about real estate. And the bad part is that the process doesn't change on what you do on a day-to-day basis, or when you're under contract to get into close. That process doesn't change. However, the people change, as well as the different nuances that you may encounter within that transaction changes, right? And it's an amazing thing. I don't take it for granted, or I don't not enjoy what I do. However, it does require you to eat some mess. Eat. I don't want to say the word, but it requires you to be able to eat some stuff, right? You got to be able to take some stuff. You got to have an appetite for eating crap, right? When you're a real estate agent, that has to be your appetite, because you're gonna eat more crap than steaks. But when you do eat the steaks, that's the amazing part of being a real estate, and that's the most rewarding part, when you get to eat steaks. Meaning you get to close deals, you get to help client buy and sell, change their life trajectory, change from state to state, upgrade their living. That's the stakes part of it. And of course, as real estate agents, we get paid, right? That's the part. The more you help people, the more you get paid. We all understand that, right? So that's the thing about this business, though, that you have to understand. If you are looking to become a real estate agent, you got to be willing to eat crap on a day-to-day basis. That has to be your appetite. You have to wake up and say, hey, how much crap can I eat today to get to the stakes that I know I want, right? So I just wanted to share this little story, and I'll update you guys on how it goes. If you stay to the end, you know what this video was about, and I'll update you guys as we move forward with trying to relocate my client from another state here to Alabama, here to Birmingham, and hopefully, prayerfully, we get this thing closed and be able to, allow her to start a new chapter in life.